Hi everyone! Welcome to English Made Easy. Today, we are going to listen to 10 real-life random conversations, so please subscribe to my channel and like this video to support me on this journey.
At a flower shop.
Good morning. What brings you in today?
I need flowers for my wife. Our anniversary is today.
How lovely. How many years are you celebrating together?
10 years today. I cannot believe it, honestly.
A decade together. That deserves something truly special today.
Decade? 10 years is called a decade?
Yes, every 10 years is referred to as one decade.
I like that. We're celebrating our first decade together.
What kinds of flowers does your wife usually like?
Honestly, I am not very sure. I do not pay attention enough.
Most husbands say exactly that. Do not worry at all.
I probably should have been paying more attention all along.
Let me ask you some questions to figure it out together.
Questions about flowers? I know almost nothing about them, honestly.
Questions about your wife, actually. What colors does she love?
She wears a lot of pink and soft purple clothing usually.
Perfect. That tells me a lot about her aesthetic preferences.
Aesthetic preferences. The colors and styles she finds beautiful?
Exactly. People who dress in soft tones usually love delicate flowers.
What flowers would you recommend for someone like her?
Peonies, garden roses, and lavender make a stunning soft arrangement.
Peonies? I have never heard of those flowers before today.
There are large, fluffy blooms with a very romantic and lush look.
Blooms? That's another word for the flower itself?
Yes, the fully opened flower head is called a bloom.
And lavender, that's both a color and a flower.
Exactly. The purple herb that smells incredibly soothing and calming.
So flowers can have a calming effect on people.
Lavender especially. It's used in aromatherapy for relaxation.
Aromatherapy, using scents to improve mood and well-being.
Yes, the science of how smells affect our emotions and feelings.
I had no idea flowers had so much science behind them.
There's a whole world of knowledge inside a flower shop.
I'm learning more here than I expected this morning, honestly.
Shall I create a full arrangement with those 3 flowers today?
Arrangement. The flowers put together in one beautiful display.
Yes, professionally designed so the colors and shapes complement each other.
Complement. Work together beautifully rather than clashing visually.
Exactly. Some colors fight each other, others enhance each other perfectly.
Yes, please. Create something you think she would truly love today.
Would you like a handwritten card included with the arrangement?
Oh, yes. What should I write for 10 years of marriage?
That's entirely up to you. I only know flowers, not love letters.
Fair enough. You handle the flowers, and I will handle the words.
Your arrangement will be ready in about 20 minutes, David.
Thank you, Emma. She's going to love this. I can feel it.
At a job fair.
Hi there. Welcome to our booth today. I'm James.
Hi, James. I am Mia. I just graduated last month.
Congratulations. What did you study at university?
Information technology, with a focus on cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is one of our fastest growing departments right now.
Really? I was hoping to find opportunities in that exact field.
You came to the right booth today, Mia. Very good timing.
What kind of cybersecurity roles does your company offer?
Entry-level analyst positions and a structured graduate program.
Graduate program? A special pathway designed for recent graduates?
Yes, we train new graduates for 12 months before placing them.
Placing them? Assigning them to a specific team or department?
Exactly, based on their strengths and company needs at that time.
What does the 12-month training program actually involve?
Rotations through different cybersecurity teams across our organization.
Rotations. Moving between different teams during the training period?
Yes, you experience multiple areas before settling into one role.
That sounds like an incredible way to start a career, honestly.
It gives new employees broad exposure before specializing in one area.
Exposure. Experience and knowledge gained from working in different areas.
Exactly. It makes you a much more versatile professional overall.
What qualities is your company looking for in new candidates?
Curiosity, problem-solving ability, and strong communication skills.
Communication skills for a cybersecurity technical role?
Absolutely. You must explain complex threats to non-technical managers.
Non-technical managers, leaders who do not have technology backgrounds.
Yes, translating technical language into simple, clear explanations is crucial.
That is something I actually worked hard on during my studies.
How did you develop those communication skills as a student?
I tutored classmates and presented research to non-technical faculty members.
Tutoring and presenting are excellent real-world experiences to have.
What does the application process for the graduate program look like?
Online application, technical assessment, and then 2 rounds of interviews.
Technical assessment, a test of my actual cybersecurity knowledge and skills?
Yes, practical scenarios you would realistically encounter on the job.
That sounds challenging. How do most candidates prepare for it?
Review networking fundamentals, common vulnerabilities, and incident response procedures.
Incident response, reacting to and managing a cybersecurity attack or breach?
Exactly. What steps to take when a security incident occurs?
Thank you, James. This has been incredibly helpful and informative today.
You clearly have the right foundation, Mia. Please apply this week.
I absolutely will. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Keep that enthusiasm. It will take you very far in this field.
Getting a haircut.
Hey, come on in. Take a seat right here.
Thanks. I really need a haircut badly today.
I can work with this. What are we doing today?
I want something clean and professional looking for work.
Smart choice. What kind of work do you do?
I just started a new job at a law firm downtown.
Impressive. Congratulations. A law firm definitely calls for a sharp look.
Sharp, meaning very neat and polished in appearance?
Yes, clean edges and a structured style that looks intentional.
Intentional. Looks like I carefully planned and chose my style.
Exactly. Not accidental or uncontrolled. Purposeful and well-groomed.
What style would you recommend for a law firm environment?
A taper fade on the sides with length kept on top.
Taper fade. The hair gradually gets shorter toward the bottom?
Yes, fades seamlessly from longer on top to very short below.
Seamlessly, without any visible sharp line between the lengths.
Exactly. A smooth, gradual transition between the different lengths.
How short should the sides actually be for a professional look?
A number 2 or 3 guard gives a very clean, professional result.
Guard, that is the attachment on the clippers that controls length?
Yes, each number represents a different hair length in millimeters.
And number 2 is shorter than number 3, obviously.
Yes, lower numbers mean shorter hair with the clippers.
Thinking, let us go with a number 2 then. Keep it very clean.
Good choice. And how much length do you want kept on top?
Maybe 2 inches on top? Is that enough to style with?
2 inches gives you enough to comb over neatly for work.
Comb over, styling the hair to one side across the top.
Yes, very classic and professional looking for an office environment.
That sounds exactly like what I was imagining for myself.
Do you use any product in your hair currently at home?
Product, like styling gel or pomade on my hair?
Yes, anything that holds your style in place throughout the day.
Just regular gel. Nothing special or specific right now, honestly.
For a law firm, I recommend a matte pomade instead of gel.
Matte pomade. It does not leave a shiny look on the hair.
Exactly. Gel looks wet and shiny. Matte looks natural and polished.
I never knew the type of product made such a visible difference.
Huge difference, actually, especially under office lighting at work.
Thank you for that tip. I would never have thought about it.
That's what I'm here for. Ready to get started today, Ahmed?
Absolutely ready. Make me look like a lawyer, please, Lisa.
By the time I'm done, nobody will doubt you for a second.
At a science museum.
Welcome to the Science Museum. Enjoying your visit today?
Yes, very much. I especially love the space exhibit upstairs.
That is our most popular exhibit. What drew you to it?
I have always been fascinated by the universe beyond Earth.
Then you came to the right exhibit today. We have many wonders here.
What is the most impressive thing in the space exhibit today?
We have a fragment of an actual meteorite you can touch.
A real meteorite I can actually touch with my hands?
Yes, 4 billion years old and completely safe to handle.
4 billion years? I cannot even comprehend that amount of time.
Nobody truly can. That is what makes space so humbling, honestly.
Humbling? Making you feel small in comparison to something vast?
Yes, realizing how tiny we are compared to the universe around us.
What exactly is a meteorite? Is it the same as a meteor?
A meteor is the streak of light you see in the night sky.
And a meteorite is what happens when it actually reaches Earth.
Exactly right. A piece that survives the fall and lands here.
What happens to most meteors before they reach the ground?
They burn up completely in Earth's atmosphere from the extreme friction.
Friction? The heat generated when objects rub against air molecules?
Yes, the atmosphere creates enormous heat as the meteor falls through.
Is that what we see as the streak of light in the sky?
Exactly. The burning material creates that beautiful, bright trail of light.
I always thought shooting stars were actually stars falling from space.
Most people believe that as children. It is a very common misconception.
Misconception? A wrong belief that many people commonly share together?
Yes, an incorrect understanding that is widely held among people.
What other common space misconceptions can you tell me about?
Many people think the Great Wall of China is visible from space.
That famous fact is actually not true at all?
Completely false. Astronauts have confirmed they cannot see it from orbit.
Orbit, the path a spacecraft takes around a planet or moon.
Yes, circling the Earth at a very high altitude above the surface.
How far above Earth do astronauts orbit when they're in space?
The International Space Station orbits about 400 kilometers above us.
Only 400 kilometers? Space seems closer than I imagined.
Space is surprisingly close. The universe beyond is what is truly vast.
This conversation has completely changed how I think about space, honestly.
That is the best possible outcome of visiting a science museum today.
Thank you, Paul. You are an excellent educator and explainer of things.